Alright, the morning is starting off looking good. A little bit of clouds up there. Oh, there. Boom, captured them. But it's gonna start raining, I think around 11-12 is when the forecast said. I would really like to make it to, I think it's called Boots Off Hostel or Boots Off Campground. It's about 30 miles away, but that would be awesome. Get rained on all day and then be able to go into a hostel and dry out tonight, but we'll just see if it happens or not. The rain tends to slow you down a little bit. But I'll just try to maximize the amount of miles I can grab before it starts raining, so hike a little faster this morning. Also, the trail has been super grassy, this section. That's gonna suck once it starts raining, because sometimes even when it's raining you can keep your shoes dry. I don't know, because they're underneath you or something, but when this freaking grass gets wet and is on trail, immediately your feet get soaked because they're rubbing up against it and they just suck all the water out of the grass. So the moment it starts raining, I know I'm gonna have wet feet. Do I got anything else to say? Dude, now my stomach, I know I'm just beating a dead horse. You just have to hear about my fucking stomach all the day. I got the craziest freaking acid reflux all night. Every time I rolled over, it's like my freaking stomach would rearrange and I'd burp out acid. I was just like burping and puking in my mouth last night. I'm a disgusting pig. Got no appetite. Now I got freaking crazy acid reflux. I got a thorn in my shoe right now. What are you doing? How'd you do that first thing in the morning? It was just disgusting. Every time I rolled over, I was just like, oh, bleh. Feel fine now though. But that's because I started the morning with hot tamale cinnamon candy to really cleanse the palate of all the acidy puke that was in my mouth last night. Dude, I forgot how much I love those hot tamale cinnamon candies. That's a top tier candy right there. It's right next to gummy clusters. You heard it here first. Yep. Alright. Beautiful trail. Easy trail this morning too. Just freaking cruisy on the top of kind of this ridge. No real big climbs, just rolling trail. So hopefully we can do a decent amount of miles. See, there was a freaking acid burp right there. Alright, just got slowed down a little bit. There's trail magic back at that road, and I was eating egg and cheese sandwiches and talking. It is 27 miles to Boots Off Hostel now, and it's 9 o'clock. So if I average 3 miles an hour, I will get there at 6. I mean, we'll see if that happens or not. It's supposed to start raining at 12 or 1. So 6 hours of hiking in the rain if that does happen. Now granted, it's supposed to like trickle in and then start pouring a little harder, so we'll just see how the day transpires. But now I got a bunch of food in my tummy, so I got a lot of energy. Nice. Awesome way to start the day. Feeling really good. How lucky am I to run into trail magic, you know, this far on the trail, because the bubble's pretty much all the way moved past me. I'm kind of just at the back end of it, so didn't expect to see anything out here. That was awesome. Well, it's about 200% humidity right now. Oh, it's like walking through a steam room. It's just fully sweaty right now. Bench. Sick, dude. I am a big fan of different gate opening and closing mechanisms. Look at this guy. We have the rings. Beep. Look how cool that is. And then you just boop. And it stops. It won't go from the inside. But from the outside. Dude, that's just cool. I love a good gate. Cool AT barn. The clouds are beginning to pool up and become black. What time is it? 11:20. So soon enough we're gonna start getting rain. Yep. Funny how different things bring back memories. This sign right here. I can't remember if we actually got a place to stay, but it was pouring down on us, and me, JCPenney, and Jeeves in 17 hid underneath that sign, and we're just like calling up all the places around. I think we called up like a campground. We're trying to get his shuttles into town. We were just so tired of the rain, we wanted to get out of it. I don't think anything worked. I believe we sat under there for like an hour trying to get a hold of a place to stay, failed, and then just had to keep on hiking in the rain, but it's a good memory. Pretty much just cycling in and out of pouring rain, no rain, sprinkling rain, whatever this is now. Just mist. Wet now, but the rain jacket just works to keep you from being soaked. So we're just at different levels of drenched right now. Just trying not to get outright drenched. Just a little drenched. If I can just stay only a little drenched, today was a success. Okay, I'm in the clouds. Dude, awesomely, rain hasn't been too bad today. You know, I was really expecting a downpour all day. Nope, just sprinkles. In about 30 minutes, another system's supposed to hit, but I was looking at the Doppler radar, and it's like the farther south I can get, the more out of like the big storms I am, which is great for me. Bad for Southern Virginia. Like, it's so dry out here, it really needs the rain. But you know, me and the weather can work together. If it just decides to only rain at night, it's perfect. Just wait until I set up my tent, then just dump as much water as you want. We can do this together. But as far as today, not too shabby. Look at this. Look at this beautiful trail. Look how green it is. I've been hiking through a bunch of really long grass that's folding over the trail today. So my shoes are soaked. My shoes and socks. My shoes and socks are soaked right now. But whatevs, dude. Haven't checked how far it is to boots off in a while. I'm still planning on hopping in there just to do some laundry and charge up stuff, because that'll just mean like the next town stop, if everything's going good, I can just get in and get out like I did in Damascus. So just in terms of maximizing mileages, Boots Off is a perfect place because it was like a 30-mile day to get there, or a little less. So a full day, and then I get to stay at a hostel, do all the chores, and then just start hiking tomorrow morning. Perfect, dude. Also, I want to apologize for showing so much chest today, but it just feels so... Oh, there's a person up here. I'm going to wait until they pass, and then I'll do the video again. I'm too shy. Alright, I also wanted to apologize for showing so much white chest today, but hopefully it doesn't overexpose the camera lens, and you can still see the surroundings. I know this is never seen sun, so that's about as pale as you can get. I am trying to hide the nips, though, you know. I'm being classy. Is that considered classy? Not letting the nips show? I don't know. But that brings to mind, there was one man at Trail Days who was not classy. This was the least classy thing I've ever seen. He was wearing a mesh base layer. Mesh base layers are kind of, I think they've been around for a while, but I've just recently heard about them. For winter weather, they're pretty interesting because it's like a thick yarn, but it's weaved in mesh, and what it does is it helps elevate all your other layers off your skin, so it makes a pocket where your sweat can vaporize and then migrate out. A lot of people swear by them and love them. I wanted to try them out this year, but I just didn't have any experience with like the system, so I didn't want to try something new. But I was looking into them. Either way, first time I see someone wear one is at Trail Days, and it's this dude just wearing the mesh base layer walking around. It's a loose weave mesh, so you can see right through this mesh base layer, meaning I'm just staring at this dude's nips as he's freaking prancing around, just nips out and nips through mesh. Is ew, dude. It was disturbing. And all weekend I just kept seeing Nip Man just prancing around, nips out through mesh. He even came by the booth, and I think he bought a shirt. And I was like, oh, thank God, dude, Nip Man's gonna put him away. No. Nip Man stowed the nice shirt and then just continued to parade around in this freaking mesh base layer. Ew. I don't know why it disturbed me and why it's continuing to disturb me, but Nip Man, bro, why? Why would you do that? Duh. I can't tell you how nice it is to finally be able to eat again and like have like a decent appetite. Yeah, I'm putting up with this crazy freaking acid reflux, but who cares? I could put food down. It's so nice. I just looked at, I got a spreadsheet for all my days, and the day that I went into Daleville that I was feeling so crappy was the 4th of May. Today is the 21st, and yesterday and today I was finally able to like feel like I ate enough calories or close to it to sustain myself for a day of hiking. Dude, it's so nice. All those other days were brutal. I was just freaking eating away at my internal stores of energy because I wasn't eating anywhere near enough calories. Even at Trail Days, taking all those zeros, I had no appetite. It was nice. I was able to like chill out and like casually eat food, but I was barely eating enough food on those days. So yeah, very nice. I'm happy to have the appetite back now. You know, now these long days don't suck. They're whatever. They're nice. Before it was just like I'd freaking hit noon, and that's like about when my stomach would start shutting down. I'd just be like, oh boy, here we go. Just freaking hustle through this because you're gonna be real tired pretty soon. So we're doing good now. Well, I realized for, I don't know, the millionth time this trail that I'm an idiot. Yeah, these reminders are helpful because every now and then I think I'm a kind of smart guy, and then I just get quickly reminded, nah, tiny brained individual. So I think this entire trail, I've been like, why aren't there comments on Far Out about anything? Like, I would go and click on stuff in a town and the comments were just so sparse. Turns out there's a little bar on the comment section. So what I'm talking about comments for people who don't use the app is there's a bunch of different icons on the map. You see all those like little water symbols, hostel symbols, stuff like that. And here, let me go to boots off, hostel and campground, where I'm planning on staying. For each of these, there's a bunch of comments that people can leave. And it tells you like what their experience was at the place, what they offer, or like on campsites and stuff around, like other icons of campsite. It'll tell you like good campsite, slanty campsite, they had water at the campsite. Well, this year I've just been like, dude, the comments suck. Like, I would click on an icon and the last comment was like 2020, 2021. I was like, what's going on? Turns out you can toggle on and off different icons. So right above the comment section, there's, I'm sorry, this camera sucks at close. There's these little bubbles. And so like, this is water. You click that, and then only people who've toggled about water sources, their comments show up. Turns out I had freaking camping toggled. And so only comments that people had specifically put like, hey, this is about camping, were showing up. And I was just looking at this thing and I was like, oh, is that whatever? I was just playing on my phone as I do, and I was going through all this and I was like, why aren't there any comments? And then I noticed that bubble, finally, after months of hiking, that thing was selected on. And I clicked it and I detoggled it, and then all of a sudden all the comments showed up. And I was flooded with information, and my tiny brain was very happy. And with 400 miles left to go on the trail, I finally have comments, or some of the comments. Now, I have a feeling I've been like toggling on and off all these things throughout my hiking experience throughout this year. So like, you know, because sometimes I have had comments. It's just because my fat thumb had probably accidentally clicked on and off all of them. So sometimes I had comments, sometimes I didn't. Now I know why. Now I can actively engage and disengage those little bubble thingies and have comments active. I'm an idiot. Technology sucks. But at least I have comments now. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, well, never mind about staying at Boots Off tonight. I just tried to book online because on Far Out they said make an online reservation before you get there. And the bunkhouse is full, all the private rooms are taken, all they have is primitive tenting for $17.50 a night. So you can go to their place and set up a tent for $17, or you can set up a tent out here for free $99. I'm gonna choose the free option. Kind of bummed out. I was kind of looking forward to taking a shower. I just have been so sweaty and salty, and doing laundry and charging stuff up, but whatever. No big deal, and it hasn't rained that much today, so that's nice. It would have kind of sucked if I had just been like foraging through the rain, getting soaking wet with hopes of staying there, and then tried to book it and they were all full up. So that's just what happens when it rains. Everybody freaking migrates into the hostels. So whatevs. Another night in the tent. I like my tent anyway. Much better than a hostel. Well, I got lucky for most of the day and avoided this rain, so it was bound to come at some point. I don't think it's supposed to last that long. I think maybe just like a couple hours. So that'd be nice. Alright, sorry if the screen is all, or the picture is all fuzzy. There's like a bunch of bullshit on the lens, but I don't have any dry. I got nothing dry to clean it off. So we're just dealing with smudge city. Hopefully the rain's dying off now, so I might have a chance to dry out a little bit before camp. I had something I was gonna say that I started this video for. Come on, you dork. It definitely just wasn't because I wanted to show off my pretty face again. What were you gonna say? Bro. I don't know. I guess I was just gonna say that the rain was dying down. Yep, I guess that's all. Sorry about that. I will check back in once I remember. Probably won't. I remember what I was gonna say. I walked by 2 hikers who were using umbrellas today. I think I've hiked by more than that today, but 2 just in like the last 30 minutes when it was really coming down. And they looked so comfortable underneath the umbrellas. They had like the ultralight ones. I think Gossamer Gear makes one, Z-Packs makes one. But I've tried it before, but I tried it out west, and it's a little bit windier there. So when it is raining, kind of blows the umbrella all over the place. It isn't the greatest. Versus in the woods, maybe it's time for me to give the umbrella another try. Now, I'm not going to go to an outfitter and go get like a super fancy one, but dude, I might stop in a Dollar General and just get like a throwaway umbrella and just use that for the next week while it's supposed to rain every single day. I don't know. It's a thought I have right now. If I see a cheap umbrella, I might just pick it up. Maybe I need to go pick up like a golf umbrella, like one of those massive ones. So when these people walk by with their ultralight ones, I'm like, must suck to have a wet back while I cruise by under like my freaking tent. Who knows? I really appreciate these blazes on the road. Sometimes you get to a road and you're just kind of looking around like an idiot because you don't know which way the trail's at. Then I have to open up my app, and it just feels like such a stupid reason to have to open up the app just to find the trail on the other side of the road. But I do it because I'm dumb. But I do really appreciate those blazes on the road because I didn't have to do that this time. Watauga Dam. Damn. This would be a cool place for a 360 video, but it's deep in my pack because I don't take it out when it's raining all day because the case just gets soaking wet.